Hey there, and welcome to Speak Up, Sis Talk Radio. I am your host, inspirational conversationalist, and author, Angel Charmaine. Today, I've got a great topic for you. We're going to be talking about purpose. Considering today is the last Tuesday of this month that you all will get to hear from me, I thought it'd be great for us to talk about purpose, because we're going into a brand new year. This is December of 2019. This is the last Tuesday I'm going to get to talk to you all, and you'll hear from me in 2019. And so as we go into the year 2020, it is imperative that we begin to think about purpose. In order to know what is your vision, in order to create the vision boards that everyone's about to start doing, there are going to be vision board parties popping up all over the place. Before we can even think about vision, we've got to first understand what is our purpose. And I want to say to you today that if you don't know what is your purpose, take a look at where your pain is and where your passion lies. And somewhere at the intersection of pain and passion is where you'll find your purpose. Today, I want to share from you from my very first book entitled Speak with Chic, One Woman, 10 Truths. One of the conversations that I have in the book is entitled Pain plus Passion equals Purpose. I wrote this conversation during a time when I didn't really understand exactly what is my purpose. And God began to talk to me and deal with me to help me figure that thing out. And what I found was the thing that gave me the most pain in my life is what I was most passionate about when it came to other people. I didn't want to happen to other people what happened to me in my life. Or I wanted to make sure that the pain I experienced in my own life, I could help other people to maneuver through that pain they were having in their lives. And so this conversation was born, and I want to share it with you today. Pain plus passion equals purpose. Something hit me about 10 years ago. My Jesus friends might call it a revelation. My teacher friends might call it an epiphany. And my tribe, I'll talk about them later because that's a whole nother story all by itself, might say I got woke. Either way, this revelational, that probably ain't a word, epiphany that got me woke happened during a time when I could not seem to grasp an understanding of much of anything. It was a time when I had a heap of questions and absolutely no answers. Simple little questions like, how does a God allow a bad man to hurt an innocent little girl? What made me marry a man I did not love just because he was a good man? Why do I keep working a job that makes me physically ill? How the hell did I end up a 20-something-year-old mama of 4 babies and not know what in the Sam Hill to do with them? I was ready to throw all that glass is half full stuff in the trash with the rest of the half-empty containers of spoiled milk. While driving my truck down Deansbridge Road in Augusta, Georgia, feeling extremely sorry for myself, emotionally numb, just plain old depressed with a face drowning in tears, something rose up in me, and I heard a tiny voice say, "No, that was not the plan for you." Because everything is connected and you all make choices that affect each other, sometimes I had to alter the plan to work things out for your good. Okay, I know somebody will not believe I heard this, but I did. The voice continued. Remember the ugly former things. Look and see that none of them stole your joy, destroyed your spirit, or killed your soul. Now, here comes the revelational, still not sure that's a word, epiphany that got me woke. None of the pain and hurt of my past had taken me out. I was still in the fight. Over time, I had become strong and sturdy, yet my heart remained warm and gentle. In fact, I became strong enough to sit here today and put my business in the street to help another woman have her revelational, I'm pretty sure by now it's a word, epiphany that awakens her so she can begin to speak her truth. I haven't the foggiest idea of the right way to write a book. I'm not quite sure if I started correctly. I'm not quite sure if it should be this short or that long. My life is so busy being mommy Uber, I haven't really had time to learn much about maneuvering this here computer. If it's any consolation, I attempted to research this thing prior to starting. I got such a hodgepodge of information from the slew of internet help articles I have been perusing until I think I'm even more confused than before I began the research. However, the one common bit of advice that resonated in me is to just start writing. So that is what I did. I learned a long time ago that writing is therapeutic. I cannot heal and continue to grow without sharing my experiences with others. Who knows? You may be on your very own Deansbridge Road, having a hard time navigating confusion and doubt. And the words in a little book covered in butterflies just might rise up and speak truth at the moment you desperately need a revelational epiphany awakening. Listen, it is imperative that you know what it is you were created to do. The Bible tells us that God knew us before he even formed us in our mother's wombs. He already knew what you were going to be in this world. He already knew what you were going to do in this world. He planted on the inside of you purpose. Each and every one of us was created with purpose and for purpose. There is an assignment for you to complete while you are in the earth. The Bible also tells us in Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They're plans for good and not evil, to give you a future and a hope." So listen, it's very, very important, not only to you, but to everyone who is connected to you, who's connected to your divine purpose, that you pursue purpose. So take a moment to sit down and think about where your pain lies. What caused you the most pain in your life? The thing that has caused you to struggle the most with. The thing that causes you to have to do the heart work, which is the hardest work to do. At the intersection of that pain and what you're passionate about is where you're going to find your life's work. For me, my life's work is reviving the dreams of women and empowering their purpose. My life's work is making sure that women know that their 12-year-old dreams are not dead. Just like Jairus' daughter, they're only asleep. And as soon as Jesus gives you a touch, you can get up and begin to walk. You can get up and begin to do the work that was planted in you before you were formed in your mother's womb. That's purpose. My role in the kingdom is to empower you. Yes, you, sis, the one that's listening to me right now. My role in the kingdom is to empower you, to give you the tools to give you the encouragement, to give you the hug, to give you the you can do this, girl, to give you the you got this, girl, to help you be able to do what you're supposed to do in this earth. That's my job. That's my purpose. I found my purpose at the intersection of pain and passion. I have a burden that I carry to make sure that other women who have experienced childhood sexual abuse, other women who have experienced hard childhood lives, other women who have experienced promiscuity early in life, other women who've experienced the type of things that I've experienced. I have a burden to help them get through that pain, get through those dark times, get through those hard times, and to come out well, whole, and complete for themselves, their children, their families, and their community. Listen, sis, you have got to get to a place where you begin to operate in purpose. Go into 2020 knowing that you were created for more. You were created to do something great in the kingdom. You were created to do something in your own family. You were created to do something in your own community. You were created to impact this world. Whatever the level of impact, some of us are going to do things on a grand scale. Some of us have been purposed to speak on big stages in front of millions of people. And then some of us were created to make impact in our own community, to change the lives of the people that we see every single day. That is massive. Whether you're on a grand scale or whether or not you are teaching in a classroom every day, you have purpose. It's very difficult for you to do your assignment in the kingdom when you don't know what that assignment is. I believe many of us walk around every single day just doing stuff, but it's not purpose. We're doing things that are not aligned to what it is that God has created us to do. Many of us are busy every day, just busy bees, but we're not productive. We're doing things that don't propel us forward into our purpose. I want to say to you this last Tuesday that I'm going to get an opportunity to talk to you. I want to say to you before you go into 2020 that it's important for you to take some time, sit down, be still, have a little talk with Jesus, tell him all about your troubles, let him know what's going on in your life, and ask him, Lord, what did you create me to do in the earth? What am I supposed to be doing in this world? How do you want me to impact people in this world? He's going to tell you. You just got to listen. Not only do you have to listen, but you have got to be willing to do whatever it is that he tells you to do. That's the hard part sometimes. When God tells you what your assignment is in the world, when he tells you what your purpose is, what you were created to do in this world, it may not be what you think it is. It may not be something that you thought you could do. But if God has told you that that indeed is what he has for you to do, listen, sis, you can do it. Whatever God tells you to do, just know that he will give you the provision to do it. He's going to provide everything that you need to fulfill purpose. And actually, he has already given you everything you need to do your assignment in the earth. When he created you, when he formed you, he planted everything you are going to need inside of you to do the work that he's assigned you to do in the earth. as you journey, know that God already has people, divine connections already in place for you when you get to that next step, when you get to that next place, when you get to the place where you need something or you need someone or something just has to happen. Just know that because you are walking in purpose, everything's going to line up exactly when it's supposed to line up, in its due time, in its due season. January 2018, God showed me my purpose. Prior to that, God showed me my purpose. But in January 2018, God gave me the vision. He showed me exactly where I was going and what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know exactly how it's going to happen. I do know the what. I'm just not really sure on the how. But I know what my purpose is. I know that it is my role in the kingdom to revive dreams and to empower purpose. I know that I am supposed to talk. I'm supposed to speak. I'm supposed to share my story. I know that God has called me to do just what Revelation 12:11 says, to share the words of my testimony in order to help other women overcome the tricks of the enemy. I know that's what I'm supposed to do. That is what I was created to do. This book was divinely inspired. I know that God led me to write Speak with Chic, One Woman, 10 Truths, because it's a book of liberation. This book helped me to get free. It helped me to release the chains of some bondage that was on my life. Therefore, I know that as women read these conversations, it's a short book, but it is a powerful book, a book of freedom. I know women who read this book find liberation in it. They can see themselves in it. They can see a way out in this book. They know they're okay in this book. I bless God that He's allowed me to know what is my purpose in this world. I thank God that He's given me vision so that I can continue pursuing purpose in this world. Know that your purpose is not just one thing that you're going to do. No, it's a journey. You're not walking to get to destiny. You're in your destiny. Every single day that you move, that you live, that you breathe, that you have your being, you are in your destiny. You are fulfilling purpose every single day, even if you don't realize exactly what it is. Before I became an inspirational conversationalist, before I became an author, before I became a talk radio show host, I was a teacher. I was reviving dreams and empowering purpose for years to young people. Before I realized that that is what I was created to do, I was already doing it. So I say to you, many of you are already doing what it is that God created you to do. You just don't know exactly what to call it. It's happening, and you just don't know exactly what it is. And so I submit to you, in your quiet time, when you're sitting down having that little talk with Jesus, listen, ask Him to reveal it to you, to show you exactly what that thing is. Put a name on it for you. So when you wake up every morning, you can say, this is what I've been called to do. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is why I do the things that I do. These are the people I'm supposed to be impacting. It will help give you clarity It will help you to know exactly how you're moving and what you should be doing and where you should be going and where you shouldn't be going. Knowing what is your purpose, having a vision for your life, it not only helps you to determine where you should go, but it helps you to not do things that are not aligned to your purpose. So in this new year, as we leave 2019 behind and we journey into 2020, I say to you, know that you were created with purpose. You have a divine assignment here in this earth. Know that your purpose is already in you. You don't have to look outside of yourself to find out who you are and what you're supposed to be doing. It's in you already. Seek God's face. Seek first the kingdom of heaven, and everything else that you need for life and living will be added unto you. Seek first the kingdom of heaven. Listen, and God will tell you what your purpose is. He'll show you the vision for your life. And you'll be clear as to what you should be doing. Go into 2020 clear with 2020 vision for your purpose and for your assignment. I thank you all for rocking with me November and December. The opportunity to have the Speak Up Sis Talk Radio show has been phenomenal. I'm excited about everything that God has for me and you in the year 2020. I appreciate all of you who listen, who tune in every first and third Tuesday for Speak Up Sis Talk Radio. I look forward to more great conversations in the new year. I thank Miss Sonia Mitchell as well as Miss Rakita Taylor for being my very first conversationalist here on the show, for being my very first guest. You were amazing, and I thank you. I look forward to meeting new people in 2020, for having new conversations in 2020, exploring more concepts and more ideas and more topics that are real, raw, relevant, and relational. I thank you all for listening and tuning in. You can find out all things Angel Charmaine and Speak Up Sis by visiting me online at speakupsis.com, or follow me on social media at Speak Up Sis on Facebook and speak.up.sis on Instagram. You all have a beautiful holiday and a wonderful new year, and I will see you in 2020. Take care. Bye-bye.